So it's not like everything with society is bad, but like if you just kind of go with societal rules or societal norms just because other people do them without thinking about them for yourself, I kind of see that as a problem. And I see is if you think like that, your life is guaranteed to just basically be average or worse than average. So like a very obvious thing for me, or an example that I want to talk about, is like money and work. If you go with what the society in the United States kind of promotes, is you finish high school and then you go to college, you spend a bunch of money on college, maybe you don't even know what your degree is, and then you get out and college kind of trains you to be an employee like the school before college you went to, and then you get out and you get a degree, which is just a piece of paper that means nothing, and then that is supposed to sort of get you a job. And I think that a lot of that is just BS. You know, I see it in the comments on my YouTube videos. There are people that just like I put up a video where all I did was just talk about what I'm doing for work. Oh, there's a dog following me right now. This dude's pretty cool. What's up, perro? There's a lot of stray dogs around here. This one's nice though. He just started following me. See how long he follows me. I want to get a pet here actually. I was thinking of taking one of the stray dogs in, but the apartment I have now doesn't allow dogs. What the hell was I talking about? Yeah, I mean, if you follow that path and you just get a job like that, like you're guaranteed to not get wealthy. Unless you start a side hustle when you have that job and start like investing your money or start some sort of business, you are never going to have like true wealth. And you're guaranteed that if you have a normal job, you're just going to end up paying a lot of your money into taxes. Whereas if you go against the norm, what most of society does, like a lot of business owners barely pay any taxes. And it's completely unfair, but that's just how it is. Like I was saying in the comments on my videos, like I posted a video where all I did was saying like what I do for work now, or how like I got the savings that I have. And like there are people in the comments that just like couldn't believe it. Like they just thought I was lying, or I don't know, like nothing I'm saying is even that crazy. I'm not claiming to be a millionaire in my 20s. I'm 36 years old and I just have like some money that I built from a business that I had for 4 years, and I just sold the cars that I had from it, and now I have some money. Like there's nothing crazy, and now I'm just doing YouTube and learning how to do like blog type of sites to try to hopefully make money from that in the future. But people are like, they just can't believe that you can make money without having a normal job. Like if you look around like YouTube, anyone on YouTube, like there are tons of YouTube channels that do YouTube for a full-time living. Like even smaller channels, there are a lot of channels with like 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 subscribers where they have some sort of expertise and their videos are very, very niche, and they're just selling a course where they teach how to do that thing. And there are people who do that and they make like enough money to support themselves full-time like that. I have a friend that does YouTube. He has 2 channels. One of them is he just does book reviews on books that he reads because he loves reading. The other one he was doing like thrifting, where he would buy clothing from like thrift stores and then resell it online on like eBay or whatever. And he has a one where he just teaches how to do that. And I think he made a course, but he even just gives the course away for free and then lets people donate whatever they want. And he told me he makes quite a bit of money just from people donating. And now he is traveling the world, and he told me he got his YouTube channels up to he's making about $2,000 a month, and he left everything. He was traveling all over Mexico the last time I talked to him. I don't have his number now, but I think he went to Asia, and he's doing that. Like There are tons of people that do this, and he's just making like $2,000 a month. If you look around on YouTube, like these channels that are getting millions of views, these people are making like hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars off of these channels, and this is just YouTube. Or you go on and look at like blog sites. A lot of like you see a blog site that's like, it could be some little site like a lady with like a recipe cooking site. Some of these sites are making like $1 million a year. Like these little, there are all sorts of sites like this. That's just the recipe niche, but there are tons of stuff like this. And like all these people that did this stuff, they are not following like society's rules. They're thinking outside the box. They are not doing for work like what their neighbors do, probably not what their family does. A lot of these people like myself, they're just going out of their own because they just want something different. Or sometimes a lot of it, maybe they could even just start a hobby for fun without even money in mind, and then it just organically can build up to this big thing, like something like a blog site could be like that. And then other aspects of life, like you look at like eating, for example. In like the United States, people are so unhealthy and so obese, and then like something like COVID comes around and they get all scared, everybody's wearing masks, but it's like the number one killer is still heart disease. Like the news isn't telling people, oh, eat healthy. It's like, oh, wear a mask. It's like, okay, like if you just kind of don't think for yourself and just eat whatever crap, like you're going to be so unhealthy. There are so many people that are so unhealthy in the US, and it's like a societal norm to just eat this bullshit that people sell. And there's all sorts of stuff like this. Like if you look at dating as well, like like society say about dating, like a lot, you might think it's gonna be like a romantic comedy or something. Like you're this dorky guy who like has no skills with women, and then you think eventually you'll bump into a woman on the street, like the super hot girl, and it's gonna work out. Or a lot of what society says is like, oh, all girls care about is money or looks. It's like if all girls cared about was money, like no one would be getting laid. Like if all girls cared about was money and like status like that, who would you see the hot girls with? You'd see them with old rich men. But it's really not like that. And I think usually if you see a young hot girl with an old rich man, she's probably just using him for his money. It's not like a real relationship, and she's probably fucking some other young cool guy like myself or whoever on the side. Like she's probably barely even fucking that guy, or not even really fucking him. It's like you cannot believe this bullshit that everybody says. You got to think for yourself. And the thing is, there's no like right or wrong or one side either. It's like you look at the politics in the U.S. and there's the clear, like the two different parties, Republican and Democrat. And then a lot of people, it's like they have to go with everything that the Democrat says or everything that the Republicans say, and there's no in between. Like, of course there is. The Republicans have a good point, like reasons behind their thoughts, and the same with the Democrats. Like, there's always two sides to a coin. There's no right or wrong answer. And this is all the kind of crap that, like, society can promote a lot. And if you buy into this stuff, and if you never learn to think for yourself, like you're not going to improve your life. You're guaranteed to have an average life. Like, if you want an amazing, finances with more free time, if you want to be able to travel all over the place, if you want to have a better than average dating life, you can do it. But you have to think outside the box. You have to think it's possible. If you buy into this crap that society teaches you, you're never gonna get anywhere. Another thing I wanted to add on to this is I was talking about kind of dating and money, but if you just look at it from like a mental health sort of standpoint, and the way that it's become with like technology now, how it's so normal to just like use your phone all the time or scroll through social media, which I think can be seen as like part of society now for sure, and it can be seen as such a normal thing, but I think it's like really sad, and it can be almost hard to watch. Like In the old place I was living, I had roommates, and I literally would see them. They'd have the TV on, but they'd have their phone out, and they'd just be like scrolling through Instagram or whatever for like hours straight. And it just, for me, it's like hard to even look at that stuff. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's like seeing someone like rot their brain live right in front of you. When I see somebody just like flipping through social media like that, like, I saw these little kids. I went out to eat at, like, it was a Domino's, and there was a group of like 6, 7 kids or something like that, and every kid was just on their phone. Like, none of them were interacting with each other. And I was thinking like how lucky that I was to not have been grown up with smartphones. Like, when I was like 15 or 16, like, the flip phones were a very new thing. So I didn't grow up with smartphones at all. And I think it's so societally normal to just do that. I think people don't even realize like how bad it is for you, and people don't think about it at all. And like, what people really need to be doing is just completely shutting off everything and just doing nothing more, like meditating or whatever you want to call it, or just sitting in silence with like no music, no distractions, no nothing. We need to be doing more of that. We need to be comfortable with being bored. Just another thing I wanted to add on to the end of this video.